Hey, Tyrus here, and I'm gonna walk you through some of the new things in the latest alpha of my game, Cloudbase Prime. So if you don't know, the basic gist of Cloudbase Prime, the hook, is that you're up in the clouds of this gas giant mining facility, and can highlight any of the hexagon tiles it's made of, and lift them or lower them, to launch yourself up in the air, launch your enemies, solve puzzles, block missiles. You can do a lot of things with that, it turns out. And now I've gone and added a few more ambient robots to the place to make things look a little more alive in the first couple levels. Now the later levels already look plenty busy, but I figured I could squeeze a couple more things in here. And of course there are some fairly big enemies to take out still. This guy's a oldie but a goodie. You don't normally have the homing gun at this point actually, get it a couple zones later. I've also added player shadows, which you'll be able to see every once in a while. It's actually a whole player model that attaches to your hands dynamically, so I'm pretty happy with how that works. It even works for reflections in the few levels that actually have water. There are a few kind of unhappy denizens that aren't murderers, just scared. I like this guy though, he's pretty cute. May have spent too much time on him. But let's check out one of the actual new levels. So the big new thing in Zone 6 is these hex carriers, which are attacking you. And they and the hex fighters that they spit out are actually kind of the first enemies that really take advantage of the grappling hook that the second character gets. So you can grapple into them or slam into them. Slamming, of course, will damage. And you can tell before you fire your grappling hook what it'll do based on the color and shape of your crosshairs. The general rule, though, is that things below you get slammed into, things above you get grappled into. Now, these carriers are actually pretty easy to take out, especially if you use your fuel powers, but we'll see what happens with an actual shielded carrier next. Now they're actually fairly complex in that there are a couple different ways to take them out, but I'll show you the most obvious one here. And the slam attack actually does have a bit of a splash, so you can take out multiple fighters at once with it. And something I was pleased with while testing and designing this level is that the old enemies are still plenty difficult even though you can zip around with the grappling hook and be much faster now. This just lets me be a little more irresponsible with how I place them. Irresponsible is really not the right word. Cruel, I guess? So yes, there's the shielded hex carrier finally. Was pretty distracted with these enemies. We'll get over there eventually. Stomping on those fighters is pretty fun. It takes a while to get up above them finally, so once you do, it's a nice payoff. So the shield can be punctured, but not with this gun, and I'm gonna look for another way in. And then actually I died, but let's pretend I didn't.